cold, late October night, and I was watching all the other dads with their kids and moms and their kids, and I thought, gee, you know, I'm so lucky to have been born here, so lucky to live in Canada. I came from Skid Row, where everything I owned was on my back, and here I was now living in Oakville, and 2 kids and family and business and opportunities galore. It happens in this country. It happens when you can live in a free country with free opportunities and an opportunity to grow. And I know that many of you are starting out on your careers now, and you're at university and soon joining the workforce. Many of you, I'm sure, already in it, but joining the workforce and beginning to set your path. I'd like to suggest to you one single goal, overarching goal, and that is that when you're finished your business career, that you know that your journey made a difference, that somehow, somewhere you made a difference. You contributed not more than that you took out. You put more in than you took out. That somehow you have made a difference, that your journey counted for something. Because I do believe that all of us have a common mission. Everybody in the world has one common mission, and that is when we die, we will know that our journey made a difference. And you have an extraordinary opportunity to do so. You have an extraordinary opportunity because you have an education. You have an education in one of the finest universities in the land, under the leadership of a wonderful president. You, above all, have that opportunity, and many don't. So with that opportunity comes obligation, and that obligation is to give back, to make sure that you've made a difference. Whether it be in this community or in the larger community of the world, you made a difference. I met a guy in Mozambique. His name is, I've seen many things. I've seen horrible things like Sierra Leone. I've seen landmines put at head height in trees with a tripwire so that they blow your head off as you go by. I've seen landmines in schoolyards so kids can't play. I was asked to speak at the United Church in Belleville one Sunday morning, and I went down, and on Friday afternoon before I left the office, I heard about 3 little villages in Cambodia. And these villages were totally dependent on a irrigation system. And because of the irrigation system, they had to leave their communities that they'd lived in for centuries. And they had to find a new place to live. And why was that? Because there were landmines around the irrigation, and nobody could go in and fix it. So whole communities had to find new communities. And they couldn't afford to bring people in to help get rid of those landmines. When I told that story, I was interrupted by a guy in the back of the church who raised his hand and said, "How much to fix the problem?" I said, "About $18,000. Of course, you know the story, because you're Canadian. By the time I got to the back of the church, we had $18,000. And those people from Cambodia didn't have to move. Now, they'll never know the people in Belleville. The people in Belleville will never know them. But they chose to make a difference in that town. They chose to make a difference. At the end of the day, all of us have choices. We can say yes, or we can say no. All of us have choices. I challenge you to say yes more often than no. I challenge you to think about the rest of the world when you're asked to do something. I see some very wonderful corporations in this town. I was at PCL yesterday, their headquarters. A global player. Met some guys from Epcon last time I was here, global players. Guys that are here headquartered in Edmonton. They have lots of decisions. They could have created their headquarters anywhere. But they saw their businesses as more than a business. It's more than a shop floor or a retail aisle. It's about community. It's about being part of a grander community. And as you start out on your career, some of you perhaps will be entrepreneurs and start your own businesses. It's important to see that your business is more than your business. Your business is part of a larger community. And it is about giving back to that community, to sustain the community. It's good for you, good for the community. I mentioned earlier